Today we're going to talk about multi-value fields. Multi-value fields are something that will pop up often in your logs, and we're going to just show you kind of how to manipulate them and turn them into something that might be easier to use. Let's jump to our example. We are going to use the makeresults command, and I'm just going to create 3 fields. One of those that is a comma separated list. Sometimes your logs will come in and they'll be comma separated, and you need to be able to do something. And we're going to add a field 1 and a field 2. They can be anything you want. And we're just going to table that, and you can see what the results look like. Now, if you want to make this, right now is not a multi-value field. Technically, there are multiple values, but it is not a multi-value. Multi-value field is kind of like a list, an array, depending on your programming language, but basically it'll allow a field to hold multiple fields. If we want to search this stuff, you'll have to use a wildcard to be able to pull these out. You can't just look for the word 2. You have to use a wildcard to be able to find it. If we turn it to a multi-value field, you can search the A multi-value field for the word 2 with no wildcards on it, and you'll be able to find it. So let's show that in example. We run the query. That's what we got. So now we want to turn it into a multi-value. I'm going to turn these comments off, and the command is makemv, make multi-value, delim for delimiter, and we're going to use comma. If they were colon separated, space separated, often I will find logs like this. Let's just put them in, and we'll use a space separation to do it. And for the rest of this, I'll use a space separation, no problem. You'll often see logs written like that. And now we can turn that into, now if I go and search, we get back the result. But if I take this one out, we get no results. I hope that makes sense, because the general principle here is it needs to find, without this turn this into MV, it needs wildcards because it's all one giant string. Now that I've turned it into multi-value, each one of these is a field of its own. All right, but I don't want a big multi-value field. And I've got some examples when you want to create inventory. Be looking for that in this upcoming week. But sometimes you'd rather have one field per line. And so we can use this mvexpand to do that. Notice right now I've got 4 values here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 total log entry. When I do this mvexpand on the field name, I'm expanding this, I will now create 4 logs. These 4 expand, and all the fields that accompany it stay the same. So field 1, this is someValue the whole way, this is anotherValue the whole way down. And so this is a way that you can use to take a comma separated list, a space separated list, or whatever, turn it into a multi-value field, and then ultimately separate them into their own logs, into their own line entries. Anyway, I hope this helps you from being a lame analyst to a Splunk ninja. And by all means, please watch the video channel. Every day we'll be adding a new analytic. I hope they're helpful. Anyway, like and subscribe if you find this useful. Talk to you later.